This week marks the 10th anniversary of the Second Lebanon War. The IDF faced major criticism for its unpreparedness for that war and so-called failures in its battles against Hezbollah. Commander of the division that bore the brunt of the combat, Brigadier General Hirsch, was particularly criticized and forced out of the military. A decade after the war, IBA's Ari O'Sullivan sat down with Hirsch, who says the war was a victory, but he felt stabbed in the back.
We've never enjoyed such a period along the Israeli-Lebanese border. Never. Deterrence, such alike, never happened in this front. This theater, since the beginning of the 70s, was full of blood, traumatic memories, terrible events, battles and wars. And in the last 10 years, for the first time, Israeli boys and girls go to school. You know, they've never sit in the shelter, never heard siren like what happened to us during Protective Edge 2 years ago, for an example. In the north, everything is quiet. So the word failure does not describe, just as I felt during the battles, during the war. The word failure is a big mistake.
You seem to be motivated by a desire to clear your name.
I won't call it clear my name or rehabilitation. As I mentioned before, I felt quite okay with my performance and my division's performance in the battlefield. I knew that we've fulfilled all our missions and did good, but the war, 2006 war, was badly criticized, and the way that the story has been delivered to the Israeli society was unbelievable for me. You know, when I left the battlefield and came back to Israel and opened the TV, I wanted to run back to Lebanon. I could not believe that this story of battles, quite successful battles in South Lebanon, has been transformed into such unbelievable stories that the Israeli media wrote and many interessants unfortunately wrote.
Did you feel that after the Second Lebanon War they were looking for a scapegoat?
Well, I think that the way that I was treated after the 2006 war was not appropriate way. I think that it was indecent and there was injustice, yes, because after the war I could feel that I've been stabbed in my back during the war, but I could not do anything because I was very, very much focused in defeating the enemy, and I was focused in being a division commander and not in being a combat politician. I'm not a combat politician. I've never been, and probably I won't be.
Gal, you dedicated most of your life to the military, and you were destined for top leadership in the IDF command, but then your wings were clipped, and then again with police commissioner. How do you feel about that?
I wanted very much to serve my country, my homeland. You know, this is the most important thing for me, to serve the state of Israel. So, of course, it was a big frustration and a big disappointment to leave the Israel Defense Forces after 2006 war with not a real reason. And I was very proud to be called always to any mission, and probably I'll keep calm always to the flag.
You talk about combat politicians. Are we going to see you in politics? If you couldn't go this way, maybe you come this way?
Well, I'm not sure that political life really suits me. I find myself much more comfortable in lead people, educate people, and do my best for the state of Israel in many other ways. Since I saw firsthand what happens with combat politics, and I do not like it at all, I'm not sure that political life really suits me.
So you speak about your wanting to continue to contribute.
Yeah.
How are you going to do that? Where are you going?
It's a good question, and don't forget to call me for the next interview when I'll make this decision.